dive. Okay. Time to tell everyone that I am doing that. Oh crap, did I not? I did not pull this over to where it needs to be. Okay. Second monitor it is. Alright. Too much to do. Too much to keep track of. You know, I want to say something, because this is important business. Do not underestimate just how flippin' hard it is to do makeup when you have rheumatoid arthritis. You know, because that's going to be relevant in your life, I'm sure. But I'm just letting you know because I want to vent a little bit. Okay, everything is done for announcements. So I have plans for us today that involve visiting homes, and visiting homes. There will be no building today because I am done with building for today. No building today. No building for a little bit. So it'll be a little bit of a more interesting stream, I think. Also, although some would argue about that. So somebody was telling me that they, not really knowing the system, the sales system, that it looks complicated, and there's a lot going on. And when you get started, it looks that way, but it's really not as bad as it looks. However, I make it worse because I'm going to open up a spreadsheet here. Yes, a spreadsheet. Don't even start. Okay. So let me show you what I do because I'm a weirdo. If I can get this in here. Right. Okay. Whoop. Wrong screen, Kara. That's work. Apologies. That's not the window that should be. Remove. Yes. Remove that. Okay. We're going to do new source. Window capture. This. Wrong list. Good job, Care. Sorry. Yet again, I fail. Where'd it go? I'm wondering if it won't let me show it to you. So we'll just do a screen capture. So for a moment, you're going to have, like, I could just tell you about it. You don't need to see it. All right, so what's going on here is I have a screen, I have a spreadsheet that I track going all the way back only to September on this spreadsheet, but prior to that I had other records. And it weights the values depending on how many things I bought that week from each place, and it's just insane what I keep track of. And you know, it's stupid. I realize that it's a stupid thing that takes me time, but in reality, like, I make money from it and I like it, so I figure, what the hell, right? Gonna do it. It's really early for me. I think it's only 10:50. I think I usually start a little later than this, but we'll see. Doing a little shopping, but then we'll get on to tours. Oh, looks like I'm laggy. Not good. Not good. I am also thinking about putting in candy canes, like leading up to my Grand Psijic, but I don't know. It might be a little cheesy. We'll see. Let's do a rando. Because I would do one anyway right about now. Right about now. I should work. I am not working. I am instead screwing around on here with you guys. Okay, so what's a big one I don't know? John Black's ad, Tangmo Village. I don't know that. I think I've seen something of his before, but I don't recall for sure. It snowed last night. There's a little bit of snow still on the ground. I'm not a big fan of winter. I much prefer the warmth of summer. You know, there are times where, excuse me, I'm going to brush my hair real quick. There are times where I wish that I was not married. And this is one of those times where I am and what I'm doing has me doubting whether I should have gotten married because, again, doesn't matter though. John Black said 700 out of 700 items, 65 out of 2,000 effects. That's cool. I can't wait to see how they use the effects in here. Hi, Swank. We are exploring our rando of the day. See ya. That was a Van Gogh taking off. My little cat. So they went with, it looks like, the village kind of setup for moonsugar, which a lot of people favor. They do have the farm set, it looks like, which is tempting to get. It does look good. But I don't want to spend real money. Okay, so they filled out the foresty area with moss. And it actually looks pretty realistic. It doesn't stick out too much. I'm interested in that. I like that. All right. Forgive me for getting lost if I do, because I don't really know this area all that well. Sandbox. Kitty sandbox. Wandering around. Rathana Ray, whatever you call it. Okay, here we go. So this is the base of what looks like a treehouse. I stayed up stupid late last night and got up stupid early. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like, it doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. I wake back up always really early. I mean, like 5 or 6 a.m. And I'm here doing whatever, nothing. I'm trying to find the end of this. I did try to do some work. Somebody asked me to do a research project. Yeah, it's beautiful. It is. Somebody asked me to do a research project for their son and research the other side of the family, not their own. And they have absolutely no information because he was adopted on the other side of the family. And the father's dead and all that. So I really had to just kind of make it up as I went along in terms of figuring things out. So I do think I did a good job on it, but it's really quite... It's just frustrating to not be able to confirm my findings, you know? I wish I could. I wish I had a better, I don't know. I'm a very strict evidence type person. I like paperwork anyway, so you know, family stories, oh, look at the quar. Probably wouldn't have added up to much anyway, but it at least would have given me a bit of a toehold. And okay, it's decorated for Christmas. New life. Lots of Christmas lights. I love them. I love that new effect. It's gorgeous. So there's that. I don't know. And I did a lot of work on it yesterday, and I have officially reached the brick wall on some of it. And it's a very common last name, so it's a little frustrating like that. But I'll get through it eventually, I think. Hey, Nana! Yay! We're looking at John Black's ad as the rando. And I'm having a little trouble figuring out which way to go. But it looks like they did a nice treehouse with plenty of effects. It looks like Christmas lights and whatnot. But if I get lost, I apologize. I'm trying to figure it all out. And thank you again for the gift. I mailed you back saying thank you. If you didn't get it yet, you should have. It should have shown up. All right. This is fun. I do think that tree houses are fun. You could do a lot with a tree house, especially in an area like this. At Swank's right, it really is very densely wooded, which makes perfect sense for a tree house, right? So Swankery did a tree house of sorts. She did, I think, Endor. Isn't that the one where the Ewoks live? Endor? I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Anyway. So no more building for a little bit because I'm done. And so there will be a lot of investigating other people's work. I'm a little lost at this point. I don't know what I'm doing anymore here. Oh, okay. Maybe I found my way through. I think so. Yeah, this is a different section. I did find my way through. Yay! Happy. Now, what I probably would have done, and that's not to say that it's the right thing to do, but I probably would have broken it up by, you know, different crafting tables, or, you know, just have all of my achievement stuff all in one place, or you know, weird stuff like that. I probably would have done that. But that doesn't mean that my way is right. It just means that that's the way I would have done it. And now I'm trying to see if I can find the rest of the effects in this house, because there's clearly more. I'm just going to do a run around the perimeter now that I did the majority of the treehouse. That's possibly all of them, because I think the lights might have been a lot of different... Nope, found something else. New Life Fire. Makes sense. This is a New Life theme house. It is awfully wooded. Another little Easter egg built into this house. Into this house. Plenty of wooded. Good choices on the trees, too. The mangroves make it really dense. And if that's what you're going for, then that's good. And it's clearly what they're going for. I keep finding little things. All tucked away. Alright, I think I've done a lap now. As best I can. Or not? Maybe? I don't know if I'm going in circles, but what is this? That's a clever way of doing it. John Black's sad. John Black's ad? I don't know how to say the name, but John Black's ad. I've never seen anyone do a portal black, and it's actually a really clever idea because it makes it look like you're going into a cave. So that's really neat. I had not thought of that. So let's do one of the ones that I have set aside for us. Bee's knees. I wanted to get some things done by people that I haven't, who I know are builders that I like, but I haven't visited their homes yet on the stream. So Bee's Knees has a really nice hundings from what I recall. So let's go there. And then I'll update my notes. Oh, it's one of those days where I wish I was somewhere warm and sunny. Or with someone warm. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to pull forward. Yeah, not good answers. Basically, they said that, unfortunately, it's not an infection, so there's nothing that they can do in that regard. It's inflammation from my rheumatoid arthritis. So basically, it's the only way to treat it would be to get rid of my rheumatoid arthritis, which you kind of can tell just how likely that's going to be. So it's basically, I just got told, yeah, you're going to feel like you have a UTI all the time, and it's not a UTI, and there's nothing you can take for the symptoms, and there's nothing you can do about it. And good luck trying to cure your... Whoa! I had my speakers on. Sorry about that. Thank you, Delisha! So, yeah, so basically that's what I was told, was that, where's everything? She must be using pieces of this for something. Or I'm missing effects. Thank you. So, yeah, basically told that I'm going to have to deal with this for the rest of, as long as I have arthritis. That's his best guess. I can get a second opinion and I can have them. You could. Yeah, I do say that stuff a lot. Yeah, I think Bee's Knees removes some stuff, but it looks good. I love Hundings. Hundings is just such a pretty house. Okay. Big Super Nothing is the next one I want to go to. I want to go to their Amaya. So, I'm not happy about it, but what are you going to do, right? I wish there was something I could take to help me with the symptoms. There is something, but I can only take it for 2 days in a row, or it'll affect my kidneys. Yes, get that house. It's the best house in the game for the money. Absolutely. You need a seashore. Needs one. Yeah. Okay, Nana. I appreciate that. I'm just... Nah, it is what it is. Just accepting a permanent condition type deal. So, this would not be new for me because, oh, I wish we weren't closed out. Because I've had, I have other chronic conditions. So, I'm not really terribly surprised. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. Nice little top for the bar. Wow. At least it doesn't, hurt, Some of my illnesses hurt. This one's just unpleasant. I like this. It looks lived in because of the way that they didn't line everything up just perfectly. They put it askew. What? Yes, I am. I'm an enabler. I totally am. For housing. For housing, I'm an enabler. For everything else, I try to be a motivator. Try to help people improve and constantly, I love how they made this in an office, constantly be trying to work towards improvement. Second person I've seen use this actually really well. It just is, I feel so locked out of all the treasure. Yeah, I'm always trying to help people with resumes, help people with cover letters, help people with references, try to help people with working through problems and weight loss and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to housing, I'm not a help. I'm a hurt. This is nice. I like how everybody has been updating their houses to include that new telescope. It's an awesome telescope. Oh, look at that. They used essentially an astronomical contraption to make it even neater with the light. It almost looks like in a planetarium. There's another light here. Really cool. Looks like one of those quests in Skyrim where you had to line everything up just right. Somebody likes the skies very much. Can't blame them. Neat. Oh, I don't like Banekins. It's nothing wrong with people's taste. They're not for me. And especially since all they keep doing is just constantly reskinning them and re-releasing them. And I'm sick of it. Because it's just, no thank you. I don't need to see that. This is Big Super Nothing. This was Amaya. And let us go to our next one. I say we go to Catriana's Flaming Mix. I say we do. Let's look at houses. Houses of people we have not yet seen on this stream. Give everybody a little love. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a little down. But I had a lovely conversation with a friend yesterday, so that cheered me up. Somewhat. As much as I can be cheered up right now. I feel guilty when I'm streaming. I feel like I should be doing something else, like working. But I've already worked more than I should this month. Okay, so this is Catriana, and this is No Effects, and this is, believe it or not, the Flaming Nyx. I know it's hard to believe, but it truly is the Flaming Nyx. Someone has completely reskinned it entirely into Alinor style, and just completely just unrecognizable as what it really is. I like this. I didn't notice this before, but sinking that wall into the other wall and just making it for vases instead of for books or whatnot looks really good. So that's an impressive house. I always forget how much I like that. The next one I'm going to be checking. I'm not entirely sure it's still there, because Cry Havoc seems to have deleted or moved a lot of his stuff. So if it's still there, I'm happy. If it's not, I'm sorry for wasting your time. So let's go. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I should be writing. I should be working. Too many shoulds. I need to like calm down and just enjoy myself and relax. I only get 20 hours a month of work that I'm allowed to do for my company, because funds have been lacking, so boss has been unable to give us much in the terms of money. So what I'm... Did I sign? Yeah. I'm already up to 10 hours this month. I try to, pace myself. But... Oh, I'm not going on the outside. That's J-Heart doing all his jumps. Not me. The interior is what was fabulous, in my opinion. So this is 700 items, 228 effects. And what Cry Havoc has done is he has turned the interior of Galen, which I normally think is just a waste of space, into an aquarium, and it's beautiful. Lots of real things in here in addition to effects. The fish are obviously effects because we don't have them in game, but a lot of other things in here are not. Coral, psijic stuff, shells, those are all available in game. I seem to remember for this one, this is something I worked with him on, not this house, but we needed coral. Like both he and I needed this kind of coral and the other kind of corals that were very expensive. And neither one of us wanted to pay the premium. We got some, and these weren't even available at the time that he was building this house. So some of these coral in here are simply effects. And you may not be able to tell the difference because they look pretty convincing. I wish I had done a better job on... Oh, that's the rope. That's not. Okay. I thought for a second that was bamboo and it's not. I feel kind of stupid because I never thought to change the color of the moon coral, but I really like it with a changed color. Beautiful. I used to have an aquarium house that was like the interior was an aquarium. But that was my snug pod. And my snug pod is now a treasure hoard. I really like this. That's quite beautiful. I never thought of it, but it's absolutely true that these psijic tepos look like fossils to me. That could open up a whole lot of ideas if you wanted to go in that direction. Okay, I want to show you something about the Grand Psijic because somebody asked, they didn't quite ask me about it, but they tried to change the subject to it so that I would shut up about something else because that's, how they operate. Let me finish what I was saying. So I'm already up to 10 hours a week. 10 hours for the month in my job, and yet still. Yes, Swankery, I can. Well, if I have it, like if it's up on the community, yeah. Also, if it's up on the community, I think he has a method of you can just grab it back yourself from the community, but I don't remember how. Christ, I might know. But you should be able to do that, no problem. I want to show you something really cool. All right. So I want to show you the bug first so that, yeah. Which house? Which house did you lose? Because I could just go to your house and share it to you. So I want to show you something. If I can find a place where you can still see it. This is something that Lavathi helped me with yesterday that I'm so friggin' impressed with that I can't even tell you how much. But I really want to show you why this is so impressive. I think you can see the houses from here. Can you? No. Gosh, I did too good a job. Your snug pod? Okay. Presumably I have your effects for your snug. this house has scenery off in the distance. I just turned off the effects. See all those buildings out in the far distance? Then I should have it swankery. When you change the sky, which I can't do here because it will mess up what I have. Actually, I probably could, but I'm not going to mess with it because it'll mess up with what I have. So when you change the sky in EHT, all of those buildings still appear, but they look weird. They look like somebody stuck like superimposed them, and they look terrible. I can show it to you at some point what I mean. But yesterday, with working with Lavathi, she had this great suggestion about fog. And I included the fog along with an opaque sheet and matched it to the sky I wanted. And they're gone. You can't see them anymore. And there are seams here. You can see the seams, but it's hard to see unless you look for them. And this was just, to me, huge. This is a huge win. So I'm super happy about it. And I was trying to explain why this was such a big deal. Anybody who's worked with EHT and changed the sky will tell you it is a huge deal because, here, perfect. I should be able to show you from here. See the buildings? You can see them now, right? With the changed sky, they just look so weird because the light is different. The light is different. They just stick out. They look like a cutout, like a silhouette, and it doesn't look good. And so it breaks you out of whatever sort of feeling you had for your house by it having that problem. So an opaque sheet probably would have covered it well enough, but it doesn't look right. So adding the pink fog makes it look right. I don't know how really, except to say that it just does. The pink fog seems to just work. And the buildings have disappeared. And that's like a huge win. If let me go to a house that I can do that with. Let's go to Telgalen and I can mess with that sky. That's a huge win because part of the problem with changing skies is it doesn't look real because that scenery around it gets light that isn't the same light as you're getting in your house. Like if you change your house to look like night, which I'll do in this, you still see the scenery as if it's in broad daylight. That's impressive. I hope that's what I'm trying to do is hide it or, whatever. So let's change the sky. It's broad daylight, obviously. So we'll change it to something really dark. Change it to Aurora Borealis night. Now, aside from the fact that you can see things as if they're cut out, this looks bizarre because the stuff in the distance, see what I mean? Just looks terrible. That's broad daylight over there. And so even if you tried to make this house a nighttime house, you really can't because of the way that the light works in the house. So it's kind of depressing and that you just can't do it. Now, you could possibly change it to something else, but then when it comes to be nighttime, you'll have the other problem. The light will be wrong there. So typically, I don't change skies in houses like this because Unless, and if I do, I try to do it like something simple like Aetherius, because Aetherius you can get away with because it doesn't look like it's the wrong lighting. All it does is change colors in the sky. So Aetherius you can get rid of. It won't swank, but what you need to do is if you put up exactly what I did there of a black background that matches the sky, you know, an opaque panel, and then put fog in front of it, then yes, it would do that. That's what we discovered, was it doesn't look right with just the opaque panel, but if you add fog to it, it does. Just putting fog alone isn't enough. It doesn't cover it. It's too transparent. So it's like combining them works perfectly, but otherwise no. I hope that explains it, because that's a really neat trick that we all can use. And if I really wanted to, I could probably do that in here. But, I mean, this would be a tremendous amount of work to do that with, making opaque walls all the way around and then putting... Yeah, exactly. So what I'm probably going to do is with my Mornoth, which is the one that has the biggest problem, is fix it that way. Yeah, no, this wasn't even me. This was all Lovathi coming up with a solution on the spot. And then, yeah, I made it work differently, but she definitely had the initial idea. And I was like, oh, no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, totally worked. Totally worked. So, I hope it doesn't snow. I don't want it to snow. Sorry. Whoops. So this was my mom's string of pearls that she gave me. And it has a really bad link on it I need to fix. So here's my sky here in Mornoth. And obviously it's bright daylight. So you see off in the distance when you're up high enough, I have that same damn problem as I had in the other room, in the other house. So what I would probably have to do is create a panel, an opaque panel that, so hold on, that matches the sky somewhat. So we'll just pick, it's probably more of a gray than any, no, it's a gray blue. Let's pick something stupid like that. I'm not going to sit here and try to get the coloring right yet. Okay, and then we'll just make it ginormous to cover all of the scenery that we don't want to see. And then push it out so that our trees are still seen. And down. Height. Oops. Nope, not height. Size. Okay. I'm just going to do half of it so that it looks, so you can look at it before and after kind of thing. Okay. So let's get that color right. It's going to drive me nuts if I don't. I'm not good at this. We need that color picker. We have got to get Cardi to get that color picker just right. I just realized there's another tree I should get in. There. Okay, so step 1, complete. Step 2, create massive fog. Said fog should be the same color, the same or close color to the lighter color in the sky. And then rotate it up And then push it out. Make it big. And then change the transparency to whatever you want it to be. There. That looks more realistic to me. Now, with this one, you have the problem of the lightning. But if I use just normal maelstrom, that wouldn't be a problem. This is just not normal maelstrom. Hey, Kitros. This is the one with the lightning. So I guess animated skies, it's a little harder to do. But, I mean, for comparison's sake, here's the undone sky. See him off in the distance? You can see the weird light thing. Here you can't. So I'm actually bothered by the fact that this is lightning. So let me change it to just regular maelstrom. So that it gives you a fair, not maelstrom, ominous sky. All right, there we go. So ominous sky doesn't do that. Yeah, NEHT. So if I got the colors just right, this would match beautifully. And it would hide off in the distance. This is going to be a new trick for me that I'm going to be playing with a lot. But if you get the color close enough. Ah, that looks almost just perfect, right? Okay, and then you take the fog. And you make the fog bigger. Lavathi! I'm showing this off. Lavathi's brilliant ideas. See? You really can't friggin' tell. I only did half of it so that you could see the difference. That's incredible to me. Unless you knew somebody did that. Tell me that doesn't look almost perfect. I'm so stoked by this solution. This has been a problem for a long time. So this solution is really cool. I'm really into this. So I had to show you all. What we are looking at is here is what Mornoth normally looks like, okay? See it? This is how Mornoth usually looks. I changed the sky with Essential Housing Tools to look ominous, so I changed it to that, right? Which is great, except for the fact that you can't get rid of the far-off scenery with Essential Housing Tools, so it looks like it's broad daylight out there and you can see everything and it looks stupid, right? So the sky doesn't really carry through properly. Do you understand what the problem is? Because you can see when you change the sky, it can't change the outside scenery, which is in broad daylight. So if you use this trick, you can completely get rid of it. You don't see it anymore. So if you match the colors just right, you won't see that scenery anymore. And that is huge for people who use skies in Essential Housing Tools, because skies can be just so tremendously important for the build. I don't think so. I don't think you can. No, I think that just goes the speed it goes. But Maelstrom is quicker. Maelstrom spins faster. So if you wanted to do that, you could always use Maelstrom. Just a thought. Now, it won't change the fact that everything in here looks super bright, even though it's got a dark, ominous sky, but, you know, we take what we can get. You could change the darkness, though. Let's see if that works. And do, darkness. Where is it? Lighting, darkness, pervasive. So now you have, even though it's bright, now you have pervasive darkness. Pervasive darkness has this kind of smoke aspect to it, but you could do this with the different ones, the different lighting ones, and it wouldn't be as clippy kind of. Let me try a different one, if that makes any sense. Let's add lighting, darkness. Darkness veil is one way of doing it, and then you can make it really dark. See what I mean? So now, even though it's daytime, it's a little bit more realistic, but it still has its problems, you know what I mean? So you just got to play with it and try to come up with solutions. And if you can't and you just don't think it looks right, then don't use it. You don't need to. So that's just my feeling on it. So I'm excited about this. All right, see you later, Kitros. Hey, Gorak. I'm excited about that possibility. I think it's neat, but that's just me. Gosh, I could die for coffee right now. I want coffee so bad. Okay. Let us visit another rando. Let's go to clicks. I shall be right back. I'm gonna grab something. Baby boy, you need arms? I had to grab some medicine. And then medicine and espresso beans covered in chocolate. Because I got issues. Okay. So this is Click's house. It is an no effects. 370 out of 400. Domus Phrasticus. Clearly a build for new life. Haven't seen anyone do this before. Yes, I have. I thought it was I thought those were vases, but they're actually crystals, achievement crystals. That must look beautiful at night. It must look really cool at night. Let me fix something. There. It's been bugging me that my text box shows and great, now I'm huge, but can be. I bought this snow with, it came with my pariahs, which is one of the few houses that I indulged in. But it came with the snow. I haven't bought any since. They may have gotten pariahs or they may have bought it. Okay, that's beautiful. I don't know that I've seen anyone use the horn, and they should, because the horn makes a lot of sense and it's beautiful. They obviously do buy crown stuff because those sunflowers are crown only, but they're beautiful. Somebody used the Rudolph is dead and has his head on the wall. Oh, I forgot. When we get out of here, I'm going to show you something I got. Okay. Pillows all nicely put here. This is actually a really lovely house. They made a beautiful home. Look at the little touches, like the cheese and the grapes just sitting there. Very exciting. I love very beautiful homes that are obviously somebody really thought about all the details. I wonder what's going on here. Oh, I know what's going on here. Wow, that's a religious take on it. Okay. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Okay. Yeah, I was going to show you guys something. Let me go somewhere that I can. I think somebody may have pulled up. Trying to find a good house for it. Domus Phrasticus. Okay. So hopefully those espresso beans will wake me up enough that I'm not falling asleep. And secondly, I took a CBD gummy. Hopefully that'll help with the anxiety. I realize I'm using two drugs that do not work together. But hopefully the cocktail will help. I've been really anxious since yesterday, and I'm not really sure why. All right, so this is my Domus Phrasticus. It's a school. And because it is a school, I have a griffin teaching the class, because that's what griffins do. They teach. But I have a new griffin, and I promised that I would add said griffin. I don't know why it's not under flying. I guess because it's not currently flying. It's weird. Snow-capped fledgling griffin. This is the teacher's aide, I think. Isn't it beautiful? I really like that one. I really like the white one. I'm glad I got a second one because I was a little disappointed that I didn't have the pretty one, so I'm glad that they gave us that. Yes, I love my griffins. I'm actually pretty crazy about them. And then my clockwork skeeveton could go right here. No more special collectibles. What else do I have in here? Oh. I wonder if these things count as special collectibles. Because I want my skeeveton in here. Nope. Oh well. No skeeveton for me. Sadness. Tell you what though, I'll get rid of this guy in here because he never really fit right in the first place. I'll put my skeeveton in there. This is the way that I think, right? There you go. That's like such a cool pet. It's adorable. I never knew that griffin did that like wide stance and then it just starts pecking at the ground. Like, oh no. Just funny to me. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna look at. I'm glad that Cry Havoc 101 stuff was still there because he was a really great builder and I hope he comes back. Okay. Next one. Demon Child Psijic. I'm trying to give us a mix of homes. And get us some experience with people who we don't get to see. Oh, actually, after this one, I need to go do two things. Housing's Finest Builders, HFB, the guild, invited me to come visit 2 sets of their houses. So we can go do that after this. And one of them is the kitchens. I did find out where they were. They're in Lynchel. And then the other one is a new players to the guild. Oh, I already signed that. Oh, this is neat. I guess this is a Halloween build. Also, love when people take advantage of the space up here, the space out there. It's really just really nice. How much space. This is like, to me, this is almost like a sandbox house because you get so much space. It's better than the sandbox Coldharbour, that's for sure, because it's prettier. You know? It's prettier, you can do more things with it. Coldharbour is just dismal. Unfortunately. Somebody got the Debella set and gardened. Looks very nice. I have to say, like, this may be one of my favorite houses. I see there's a pathway up there. We'll go there in a minute. Okay, yeah, the inside was not really decorated. So let's go. Let's go on the path. I have to admit, I really enjoy crazy pathways. If you do them well, in such a way that I won't fall on my butt, then I am a very appreciative human. We'll come back up, but I want to see what's down here other than Malakath. I think just Malakath. Being Malakathy. Oh, no. There's something in here. A doorway. Hi. Lurk. Kriya. What is this? I no understand. A grotto? There's so many secrets in this house. All these little secrets. How am I supposed to get out of here then? Can't. Secrets. Somebody putting up all the little statues, but with the moon temple pad sunk into a planter. You know, that could have been something I did for stars, considering the moon temple pad. See what I can do with that. All right, so let's go up here. If I remember correctly, there may just be a nest at the top of this. But I can't recall if this was that house. Oh, goodness. How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to do this? That could have been worse. Oh, Lord. Yeah, this ain't happening. I can. Karens can't jump. Karens can't jump for anything. But rest assured that there is a whole bunch of stairways. Actually, we can give it another shot from here because actually from the looks of it, it may be that this is the way that it's intended to go up. It's hot in here. Okay. Yes, this looks like what I'm supposed to do. My hands just do not do what I asked them to do, though. Is this? I don't think this is the one with the nest. I think this one just wants to go up to see the top of the tower. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is the view from the tower. I don't think you can get any higher than this. I may be wrong, but I don't think you can. Or at least they didn't build up that high, so that's what we saw. All right, so let's go to Viewdang's Grand Linchel. Wait, Grand Topol, not Grand Linchel. Not the brightest bulb in the box. We'll go there. God, the news today is depressing. Actually, it always is, but it's particularly ugly today. All right, so this is Housing's Finest Builders. This is Viewdang, who hosts a lot of the... oh, I don't have the portals for this. I might have to see if I'm the idiot and if she really did say Lunchel. I'll check. I didn't know if it was Linchel or the other one, Topol. People wonder why I play so many video games for escapism. They just need to look at the news, that's why. Period. So, was anyone upset I didn't stream yesterday? Because I don't know if I'm overdoing it with you guys. I know most of you are lurking because you're at work, so it doesn't really count, but... work and maybe school? I should have school again this week. It should be exciting. Thank you, Nana. I appreciate that. This is strange. I don't have effects for either one. Hold on. Did I misread the mail? Because it wouldn't be the first time I misread a mail. I don't know if you guys saw it, but yesterday, one of the, somebody went nuts in Skyreach and just went berserk. Everybody was dead. They literally killed anything that was killable in the entire city. It was amazing. I took some photographs, if you'd like to see. They cracked me up. I'm a terrible person, though, so it's possible that's why it cracked me up, but whatever. I was just checking it, and I was like, oh, goodness. What happened here? So let's pull those open. So hopefully that shows. Yeah. So that's the first picture. I had more than one. Whoops. Do you see back there? It keeps going. It just goes through the whole city. I was just in shock at how many people they killed. I don't know, killing the same celebrants over and over and over and over, because this went all the way out the front towards the you know, where the traders are. Went all the way through there. Just craziness. All right, so I got news on this one. Where to look? 8 portals in the main guild hall in front of the hedges. Okay, so I'm guessing that's the first room. Yeah, I don't know how they did that, but somebody had to have been at it for quite some time, because there were layers of dead people. Reminds me of what they say about the Civil War. Ah, there we go. So these are new players? No, they're not. I must be wrong. Cancel. How am I this confused? I need Seraphi to come on so that she can help me understand how stupid I am. Because I don't get it. Maybe I just don't, she didn't publish to the community or something? I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. Nope, these are the same. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. I'm not going to worry about it just now. When she gets on, I'll poke at her and ask her. That's a bummer, though, because I was looking forward to seeing them. Let's look at a Christmas house. Ebony. I hope I don't offend anyone by calling it a Christmas house. But I'd say it's pretty heavily leaning towards Christmas and not in really new life. So any of you play BitLife? It's a, at least for me, it was an iOS game. I've been playing it on my iPad when I either have internet trouble or just screwing around with it. And I'm so addicted. And it gives you the option to look at your contact list, and it will import your contact list if you want. So you start seeing your friends' names in BitLife. Hey, Twintle. Which is really weird. Because I'm like seeing all sorts of people pop up as you know, potential spouses and people I could work for and stuff like that. Look at the goat! That is amazing. There is a goat in the Christmas tree. That gives me an idea. That actually gives me a great idea. Huh. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Ebony. I have learned something from you. I am so impressed. So happy with that idea. Wow. Really cool. Murderous rage. That's how they did it. Murderous rage. Just listening for my cat in case he needs me, my old guy. But he's doing good for you know what he's doing, dying. But we're actually reducing some of his diuretics because he's getting so thin. I'm really concerned that his final days may not be pleasant, so I'm trying to reduce his diuretics. If he starts gaining fluid back, we'll have to put him back on them, but the vet told us that our sense of what to do with him is probably better than theirs because we see him all the time, and we have kept multiple cats with these kinds of illnesses alive for months beyond what they should be. So they're like, you know, trust your instinct, go with what you think is the right number of diuretics and whatnot. So it took like 2 months, but he eventually lost all of the fluid weight. So now he doesn't have any fluid weight. Excuse me, I'm gonna just do this again because my hair is bugging me. I can see it in the window, in the mirror, the screen, and I'm like, oh, it looks like crap. So, yeah. Anyway, so I was just talking to my husband about it, and I said, you know, I'm really worried about his weight, and he may be on just maybe one too many or a couple too many. So we took him off one. So we'll just see, you know. I don't know if I have room for any more pets, but if I do, how awesome would it be to have that at least one snowy griffin in there, right? Because I have all these birds, so shouldn't birds and griffins, whatnot, be in there? Wouldn't that look cool? Oh, too many special collectibles. I'm gonna get rid of some. Hey, Thorald, thanks for the follow. All right, house cat, you're going away, sorry. Other griffin, you're going away. Okay, now I can put my griffin in the tree. Oh, this should be cool. What a great idea Ebony gave me. Thank you, Ebony. Much appreciated. Gotta make him so he's visible. There's one. I don't want to put the spectral chicken on because he's annoying. I could put the second griffin in there. But I wish I had a second. I do have a second white bird. The chubloon. The chubloon is amazing. He's going to jump up and down and be all cute. I kind of love this. I have no reason to do this other than I just love the idea. Makes me so happy to see them. Perfect. I love it. I am such a fan of that. And you have to kind of look carefully or you'll never see them. I like that too. All right. So happy I learned something. Thank you to Ebony. And then moving on, I have a bunch of Christmas houses I've been getting together for you guys if you want to see them. There is a very different colored Galileo did an amazingly different colored enchanted Snowglobe. And I'd like to show it to you because it's so different from what the other ones look like. Vudang, I'm sorry if I'm a dumbass and it was my fault for not being able to understand. I wish I did. It could be just me being confused. which happens a lot. There was a time in my life where I was extremely sharp and I didn't have these issues. But I do have them now, thanks to illness. But there was a time where I was extremely quick. And that's why I became a lawyer. All right, so here's Galileo's house, and I really like, hey, Zared. I really like the effect. Using the black sky actually really works in this one. You don't need to worry about the scenery in the distance. So there you go. And then wow. Oops. I've never seen anyone do that before. Huh. Wedding flowers on the charred tree makes it look like a floral tree. It's very interesting what Galileo can come up with. These things are just fascinating to me. Oh, the fart stick! He or she managed to make the fart stick pretty. I love it. I love how creative this is. So beautiful. So the interior is really what I had you guys come here for. It's red. Like, it amazes me how someone thought, and I mean, yeah, red and green, fine. You'd think of that for the interior of some house for Christmas or whatnot. But they didn't go red and green. Galileo went red, like deep scarlet, and it probably is like either a stripper or some other kind of naughty opium den kind of place, but I really like it. Oh, thanks for the follow, Spytix. I don't even know what's going on there, but it looks kind of creepy. But I like that they went just completely this deep velvety scarlet and not really worried about the Christmassy theme. It's just a really unusual, creative usage of this property, and I like it a lot. I'm gonna get out of my opalescent skin because it's a little freaky. I like it sometimes, but not always. And I do have holiday stuff I could be wearing, so I'll put that on. Where's my ball gown? I think my ball gown has holiday colors. Here. It does. Here we go. Oh, that tattoo doesn't go at all, though. Let's go with... No. Where's the plume? Eagle plume. You can hardly see eagle plume. All right. So, this will be my holiday get up. I like it. Wow, you can see my tiara right through. Isn't that cool? I'm very impressed. Okay. So if anyone wants me to check out one of their houses, please do not hold your peace. Please go ahead and speak up, and then I'll happily go visit. Otherwise, we'll just keep looking at stuff that I've put aside from people that I don't know or that we haven't looked at on stream. Generally looking at houses. Hold on. I don't know why this is sorted like this. This shouldn't be sorted like this. I'm talking about I have a sheet of all of the places I want to go see, and for some reason it just got all weird. All right, so in a Jajo did an Alinor townhouse that we should see. There is very little, if none, if no, building today because there are no contests currently open that I haven't done. So if you guys want advice or whatnot, I'm happy to. I did Toronto. No, it's beautiful. I got it added to my list at the because I thought that it was so beautiful. I felt like the colors were just so spectacular. Who just, you know, I want to do an entire episode on colors, how people can use colors to change moods or make things more beautiful. And I think I'll use it in that, but I'll definitely use it. It's you clearly paid attention to that. Maybe you did it subconsciously, but it came across like you really paid attention to it. It was beautiful. I really liked it. And I've become more aware of colors myself in the last year. Actually, in the last 6 months, I've paid more attention to colors than before. Okay, so here's Inajajo doing cobbling. Hey, Mr. Evil Dave! Yay! Okay, so we've got 478 out of 600 items. Inajajo, who I don't think I've ever looked at one of their homes, but they've cobbled a very nice couch over here that could pass very easily as not a bed, but like a pull-out couch or a pull-out bed. I like it. Using the cloth stacks as pillows too. Okay, cute. Front room, fireplace. Look, another person doing the sideways. Yeah, like a daybed. The sideways grate as a fire grate. That's really cute. Doing. Kitchen. Stack of fruit. Stack o' fruit. Fruit. The citrus tends to stack in a very pretty manner. Should you ever wish to do that. And this is all crafting. Green. Poisony looking. Little library nook. Bathroom. A literal throne. They've got a literal throne. That's funny. Oh, look at the toilet paper. It's actually not a Dres cup. Somebody did something different. Sink, bathtub. Somebody's got plumbing here. Very nice. Another daybed looking thing. I like it. Very interesting look. Okay, let's go outside. You know, the green always reminds me of poison, so I'm not sure that I like green, but I don't mind it with other people's builds, but I stay away from it unless I'm trying to use it for a reason. Because it's so overpowering. Okay, a floating one. It's got a floating bed like this. How cool is that? I'm not trying to criticize, but it's like, you know, I want to be honest about what my personal tastes are, because otherwise I'm just going to say everything is fabulous all the time. And sometimes things don't strike me in the same way as that. Sometimes they're fabulous and sometimes they're not really to my taste. And the green isn't to my taste. But something like this is. You know, most of this house is. The green is just, to me, overpowering. That's all. Otherwise, it's a lovely, lovely home. And a good job in a Jajo. Okay. Next, I have not been to an ample. Now, for this one, I wrote down example of a busy home that is not crappy. This is Night Dreams 06, and it is their ample. And I need to take another short break because my sickness is getting to me, and I just need to get up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so this is Night Dreams 06, and this is a very busy but a very nice house. I felt like sometimes, wow, that sweater makes me look so fat. I apologize. I'm not actually that big. I'm wearing a very puffy pair of pants. So, you have Fallout 76 camp? I need to go see it. You need to tell me which house it's in so I can go look. So, this ample has a lot of stuff in it, but it does not look like somebody has cars and cinder blocks on their front yard, which is kind of how I picture some of these homes that have just every last shiny thing put in the front yard with mixture of just achievement furnishings and whatnot. Yeah, they're puffy, comfy pants. But, I mean, normally my pants don't show on the stream, and normally I wouldn't see it. But because I was walking back in, I saw it, and now I'm a little mortified. Okay. I mean, I could just not even wear pants. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. I just think even though it's got a ton of clutter, and that's a good word, that's not meaning in a derogatory sense. Clutter used as meaning, you know, furnishings looking like something is lived in. It's got a lot of clutter. Some of you might like it if I didn't wear pants, but oh well. I'd be embarrassed. So, I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Ixie. I was just gonna show you something. I was thinking it. It was important. It was important. Now I don't remember what it was. Oh, no, it wasn't showing you something. It was getting something. I wanted to get some prezzies. Okay. Yeah, Ample's lovely, especially for the price. It's, you know what I don't like? I don't like Humble Mud. No, yes, it's Humble Mud. The one that you actually enter into the mud house first, and then you go in the backyard to see the courtyard. I don't like that. I want it to be the other way around. I think humble mud would be fine if the courtyard was the first thing you enter. And it just bugs me that it doesn't work that way. You know? Maybe it's just me, but that's how I feel. Okay. I need to grab some presents. Okay. Okay. And 1 bowl of worms, because of course, 1 bowl of worms. All right. So let's look at a Captain Margaux, which I don't like, but I mean, I like the house that this person did, but I don't like it as a basic house. But I like its location. It's right across the street from Stormholds? No, one of the banks. It's like a super convenient to the banks. But otherwise, it's just too small. Hold on. I am burning up. I hope you guys can't hear this. I'll put it on really quiet so you can't hear it. When I get, my illness sometimes brings on a fever, and I don't like that. It sometimes is really difficult to deal with, and whatever's going on is, my illness is flaring. All right. Oh, this is lovely. Talk about clutter. This is exactly what I meant. This is Moragelia. This is Captain Margaux, 200 out of 200. And look at how beautiful this is. This is a really well done tiny house. I love the kitchen. I love using the bottom half in a visible manner. Usually people just turn these around because they use up so many items slots to fill them. But this looks really good. Beautiful. All the cabinets are filled and just nicely done. This house makes me happy. Thorold, if you pay attention at some point and you hear me, let me know which house. I'll come look at your Fallout house. I'd be happy to. Otherwise, here you go. Boom. And then let's see if other person used their normal name. Spytrix. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Gotcha. I thought you meant, like, I'm like, I want to go see it. But I understand. So this was a quick house, but a really nice one, and I really like it. So Kid Cat Kit. We're going to hit up a bunch of houses today, and I apologize if that's not what you want to do. But I will have a special episode next week on colors or EU. I'll pick one of them. And then I could do both. It doesn't matter. Yeah. That should be fun. Gosh, that leaves me with... I would be just obsessing over what I would use them for. I did just mail you something, so... you should get it shortly. Okay. So... today is not a good day, physically. And I should write at some point today. Because I'm still working on my book. I was doing November NaNoWriMo, and then I just got stuck and couldn't do it. Got sick, couldn't handle everything. Okay, Kit Kat Kit. No effects, 677 out of 700 items, and I wrote down that this was caves. Really neat caves. I can see right off the bat why I loved it, because my sintered rock thing, I have a thing for sintered rock. It's just, it looks so cool. I'll check it out, Ixie. In fact, I have a list of houses I need to look at it on EU. Granted. Did I lose my pen? I lost my pen. Does this one work? No. That one works. Yay. Ixie92X EU. I'm not sure that's your name on EU, but I know I need to check you out over there. I just haven't been feeling like dealing with the login, you know? Okay. Okay, just Ixie. Gotcha. I guess I'm just lazy. I should really just go over there and do it. I will. Interesting. I like that. I've seen that done with a green tone, but never with red. So it was interesting to look at. So these caves are made with so many different things. Like these are from Alinor, but you've also got those luxury lunar spires here. I will. I've done them before. I've done 2 EU episodes. I should do more, but I haven't because I'm a lazy butt. And because I have so many problems logging in and out. But my router's fixed now, so I should do it. This is Coldharbour. This is Kit Kat Cat's Coldharbour, and they did a beautiful Azura. I'm getting the feeling that this is like each section maybe a different daedric prince, possibly? Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing here, is a different daedric prince per each section. Her scene. What's a really good one for her scene? Who's this? Oh, Clavicus. Wonder why they went with yellow for Clavicus Vial, or orangey. Maybe because of the color of the dog. Because it's a Barbus. And we're back to the beginning. Hey, Cromwell. We're looking at houses from... This is Kit Cat's house. Alright. I don't know who the purple was. Where's the person for the purple? Is there no one in here? Oh, Sheo. He's up there. Okay. I should have thought with the cheese. I should have realized. Okay. So that was the Coldharbour we're going to look at. And then the Cyrodiilic will go to Drunken Gale. I'm saving Tawantle's because Tawantle did a really neat color scheme. So I will put that off until when I do my color episode. Boom. Shake the room. Oh no, am I lagging? I hope I'm not lagging. I can't tell. Looks like I am. Pulling my own hair. There's got to be something like S&M about that. Anyway, so look at this. I mean, this is actually perfect for color as well. Drunken Gale did no effects, 182 out of 200 items in cyrodiilic. Now, all of this reddish, pinkish color, really nicely done. And like, I often try to think about what emotions the colors are supposed to convey. Like, if you do this a certain way, you could make it look autumnal, and it can look very peaceful. Or you can make it look threatening, which this is not. This is more just a very pretty garden. I wouldn't say peaceful, though. It's not peaceful because it's got that brightness to it. Maybe cheery? Even though it's got some scary shapes. I'm not sure, but it works. I just like thinking about color and how it influences what we think about things. So, nice little clutter. You know, it's so hard. I say it every time I'm in this house, but it's so hard to do anything decent with this house because of how small it is. But the garden's nice, people do. Okay. I'm going to skip Daggerfall for now because I could swear I did this one and I'm not sure, but I swear I did. Okay. Erstwhile. We'll go to Luxem's Erstwhile. Actually, I don't want to do anything that big. Forgive me. Giovanna's Exorcised, which I wrote down was very pretty. We'll stick with smaller houses and then we'll wrap it up after we do a few more small houses. Okay, Exorcised. Because I'm too sick to do big houses right now. I don't know. Anyway, looks like I'm cooking for dinner on Christmas. I'm gonna have to make almost everything but the ham. I like to cook. I do a lot of cooking because I follow mostly a vegan lifestyle, but I'm not completely vegan by any stretch. I'm probably more veggie than anything, but I do eat some meat. But I follow the meals because they're low calorie and they're filling and they work for people trying to lose weight generally. I mean, if I were really smart about it, I'd do it 100%, but I've never done that. So this is Giovanna, and I wrote this down that they really lightened up the place. And they really did, because this can be very oppressive if you're not careful. And they made it sort of cheerful, you know, like little spots to sit and enjoy. Pretty light colors. A badger, because badgers are awesome. Actually, badgers are assholes, excuse my language, but they're just not nice critters. Yeah, Nana, same. Cheese and milk. I cannot drink my coffee without dairy. I have tried every kind, including oat milk, which is the closest to milk, in my opinion, and it just doesn't do it for me. I got to do the cow milk. I try so hard. Look how pretty and bright this is. Aww. A bear cave. They're protecting all of the stuff over here. Yeah, I like to cook too, but it can get to be a lot because I follow a plan that is something that I bought like 3 years worth of recipes and I was doing them each week. And I've I've actually canceled the plan now, and I'm just redoing them to see which ones I like a second time through. But the problem is that meal prep takes 4 to 6 hours one day a week, which when you break it up, you kind of can understand why it would do that. But then on the night of, it can take anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes still. I followed, hold on. I'm trying, it's like Dirty Girl, Clean Food, or something like that. Clean Food, Dirty Girl. That's the one I used to follow. I liked it better before the chef who does it actually stopped doing it, and she passed it on to her minions, and I don't like her minions' food because it's just not as good. Just doesn't taste as good. And so I canceled, and I'm redoing all of her recipes. And it's just a lot of work. Anyone who does meal prep knows that it can take a lot of work, but for me, it's a bit much. I'm pulling up another one. We looked at a Hundings. Lunar Champion's kind of big. I just, I'm trying. I'm sure you're doing it for health concerns too, and I'm trying to, but it can be a bit. Yeah. It can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. There's just so much work to it. Okay. All right, let's go to Serenity. We have Sue Oth, 1, 2, 3. Yes, me too. So it's definitely a sacrifice to cook. Despite the fact that I'm doing it for my health, it hurts. But what am I gonna do? The meal prep can be very painful. So sometimes I'll break it up over 2 days, maybe 3 days. Sometimes my pain is so bad that I can only really do the next nights, and then I'll put it off. But generally I try to get it all done on one day because otherwise it's just too much work. I have 1 meal left, and then I have to do the next week's. Yeah, I don't bother with that. I just I do a lot of leftovers because her portions are just huge. So this is Sue Off, and this is a lovely floral Serenity. Wait, why did I go to Strident? This should have been Serenity. Oh, I did go to Serenity. Okay, I'm ridiculous. But yeah, the meal plans make at least for 4, sometimes for 8, and I don't have that many people in my house. We don't have kids, so it's just me and my husband and my 2 cats. And most of the time it's just me, I'll be honest with you, because my husband's very often either at work or out with his friends, so I'm alone a lot. So I don't go through it that much. It takes me a while to get through all of it. This is so pretty. Sometimes I wish that I had more friends like you guys in the area, because it would be nice to not be alone all the time. But I haven't really met anyone who's got the geek/nerd quotient that I need to survive. Look at this nice wall. I've been trying to get into just going to see reenactments of Civil War stuff, but every time I've done that, there's only men. I haven't really run into any women. Certainly not any women my age. There's some much older women who do it, but it's not really popular around the 40-year-old set of women. And I'm not like a full geek, because like I feel like full geeks are more into, you know, like they'll talk about Doctor Who or Sherlock or you know, some property that they follow of some sort. And I feel like that's become the new geek thing, has been just into stuff like that. And I'm not specifically into any particular property. I don't watch TV, I don't watch movies, I'm not into things like that. But I like geeky stuff, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's kind of my problem. And the biggest problem is that I am more of a nerd than I am a geek. I am a super nerd. Super, super, super nerd. I do things in my spare time that most people wouldn't do if they were assigned it for class. I mean, I'm just that nerdy. And I love it. I love being that way. So this is a pretty house even with all of those items. Clearly more items in the garden than anywhere else, and it's lovely. Yeah, I don't go out either. I stopped going out a while ago. I have this problem, right, with, I live in flippin' Wisconsin, and I can't, because of my condition, I can't handle the cold. So the cold will actually burn on my skin, and I have to really bundle up, and I'll just burn the whole time I'm outside. And so that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know why I moved here. I don't know why I did this to myself. Because it's just stupid. Stupid on my part. So yeah, I do a lot of online stuff rather than going out. Is Embryfer on? Because I love their sugar bowl. If he's not, we'll go anyway. I'm gonna go to their sugar bowl. So if any of you are in Wisconsin, of course, you're welcome to contact me and we can be introverted not together. But I am going to classes. Oh no, wait, I did the wrong one. Sorry, Embraver, ignore that. It was supposed to be the sugar bowl. There. Okay, that one should, it's no longer, that's lame. Okay. Okay. So that's all I've got. So let's do another hub. California was different. When I lived in LA, there were plenty of people and places that I could meet people who were more my alley. Maybe not the nerd side, but certainly the geek side. But I was also in law school, so nerds just were, you know, that's just the way it was, you know? There were nerds, because we were in law school. You don't go to law school if you're not a nerd. Or you do and you drop out. There's got to be some sort of level of enjoyment of reading arcane documents if you're going to go to law school. But all right, doesn't look like anything is open with proper. Yeah, nobody has the right things going on. Okay. So, yeah, so I don't go out much, and I feel very guilty about it. Like, I feel like embarrassed that I don't go out, and whatever, you know, that's just life. I just need to deal with it and stop being so embarrassed about it that that's just my life. You know, other people are like me. Clearly you guys are like me and you get it. I'm looking for something. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. We're Apostle Islands. What's Apostle Islands? Oh, in the hub. Unfortunately, none of them have proper settings, so I can't go to any of them. Sadness. I don't know. Anyway, so I am going to call it, and I'll prepare for a different type of stream next time. And I'm not feeling well anyway, so this is probably for the best. So I appreciate you stopping by as usual and the follows, and I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow, and if I don't see you online. So talk to you later, and have a good one.